setting the price. Prices depend on demand and supply. The greater the demand, the higher the price. The larger the supply, the lower the price. We need to look at something called markup. Markup is an additional amount charged on resale products so that a profit can be made. It is the difference between the amount a dealer sells a product for and the amount they paid for that product. The markup is usually a percent of the wholesale price. Prices for goods and services are set to be the most attractive to customers or to appear to be the least expensive. For example, $39.95 rather than $40. The price difference is small, but the impact on sales is big because the item appears to be less expensive. To advertise a price of $2.39 per 100 grams of meat seems less expensive than $23.90 per kilogram, but in fact, they're the same price. Taxes are a percentage of the price paid that is added to the total. Tax money is collected by the government for various programs. Federal tax, or GST, is 5%, and the Saskatchewan provincial tax at this point is also 5%. Example number 1. Arlene purchases a fabric at a wholesale price for her customer sewing business in Dawson City, Yukon. She pays $46 per meter. She charges a markup of 20% on the fabric. What will Arlene charge her clients per meter? So we need to figure out how many dollars she adds to that price. So she's charging a 20% markup. So it's 20% of her wholesale price. Her wholesale price is $46. So by finding 20% of $46 will tell me how many dollars she adds to the price. To figure out 20% of $46, we need to change 20% to a decimal. So it becomes decimal 20, or we take 20 and divide it by 100. Of indicates that we're going to multiply by $46. So decimal 2 times 46 gives us a markup of $9.20. That's how much she marks up. So what she will charge her customers is that markup plus the $46 that she paid for the material. So the total cost then is $55.20 per meter. We could also find the marked up price by multiplying 46 by 1.2. Why? The markup price includes 100% of the original price and the 20% markup, or 120%. To change the percent to a decimal, 1.20, and multiply by the original price to get the marked up price. So $46 was our wholesale price. This 1.2 is the 100% of the wholesale price plus 20% markup for a total of $55.20. Wholesale price is the price the store buys for the product, for example, $7. Markup is the amount of money added to the wholesale price so the business makes a profit. For example, they might mark an item up $2. This can be calculated as a percentage. Example, markup is 5% of the wholesale price. The retail price is the price that the customer pays for a product, or the selling price. Retail price is the wholesale price plus the markup. A furniture store in Saskatoon is selling a bedroom suite. The list price for the suite is $1,599. What will the total cost be, including GST and PST? So when you go into the store, you see the ticket price of $1,599. But what you actually pay is that price plus the taxes. Now our GST is 5%, and PST is 5%, and so the taxes are going to be 10% of the $1,599. To calculate how much is paid in taxes, 10% as a decimal is decimal 10 times 1,599 for a total tax of $159.90. Make sure that you're rounding things off to the nearest cent or to 2 decimal places. The total price then that you would pay for this item is the list price of $1,599 plus the taxes of $159.90. This gives us a total price of $1,758.90. Sarah is selling Halloween costumes for cats and dogs. Each costume will cost her $5.45 to make. She wants to make a profit of 60%. How much would you pay, including taxes, for a Halloween costume? So the costume costs Sarah $5.45. Then she's going to add her markup or profit to it. And then she's going to add the taxes to it. And that would be the price that you would pay. So to figure out the markup, she said that she wants to make a profit of 60%. So that is 60% of $5.45. So this is decimal 6 times 545 for a total markup of $3.72. The taxes are figured out on the ticket price. That ticket price is going to be the $5.45 that Sarah pays plus the $3.72 that she's going to make in profit. And so that total is $8.72. So that's our ticket price. That's the one that we pay taxes on. So taxes will be, assuming that there is both GST and PST on there, we're going to pay 10% of $8.72. So this is decimal 10 times 8.72 for total taxes being 87 cents. The price then that you would pay is that ticket price of $8.72 plus the 87 cents taxes. So the total would be $9.59. Jessica owns a clothing store and bought new jeans for the store from her wholesaler at $35. She's going to sell them for $82 retail. What is the markup of the jeans? So to figure this one out, I need to first figure out the number of dollars marked up. So she wants to sell them for $82 and she paid $35, so the markup or her profit is $47. To figure that out as a percentage, we always want to have the difference or her profit over the original price. Then we will multiply by 100 to change it to a percentage. So in this case, the difference or her profit is 47. The original or her wholesale price was 35. Multiply that by 100. We end up with 134% is her markup.